Hello friends, it's Honey and back again to my channel. Today's video is time to make a tutorial on how to set up Notion to build a weekly planner as I have. I use this weekly planner page to plan what I'm going to do in a week, whether it is a task, getting things done, or scheduling for the week. With this page, I can organize it or customize it to suit my needs and preferences. I can also use it to track my progress and reflect on my achievement. But before we jump to the tutorial, let me take you a quick tour of what is inside of this weekly planner Notion page, and after that I'll show you how to build this page. It's easy and simple if you want to make it. Okay friends, let's get to the tour. In this weekly planner, I made different headings to make a spotlight for each part. For example, in this first line, I create a weekly routine. It is my weekly activity that is repeated every week, so it's called a weekly routine. I divided them into 7 columns to represent 7 days in a week, from Monday to Sunday. And this is an example of my weekly routine activity. Example is doing a workout and my weekly skincare routine. Next is this week. This week is from a weekly planner database, but I use a link from the database to create this view, and I have two types of this view, calendar and timeline. I create this view plus extra filter by date and using this week as the filter. This filter work with filtering current week in that date, and yeah, something like that. Then here is another headings from this page, daily routine, navigation, and daily tasks. The daily routine is your routine activity, day and night. Navigation is to mention the database page for the planner, and daily tasks is a to-do list about your tasks in the current day. The planner page is a database page to make a weekly planner. This view is divided into 4 views: table, day, status, and calendar. And how to make this page, I'll explain in the next of this video. Okay friends, this time I'll explain to you how to make a weekly planner page in Notion as I mentioned before. But first of all, make sure that you have a Notion account. After that, to make the page in Notion, you can click the plus button from this and now you have a page. I also add an icon after creating a page. You can add and change the icon with follow my step, adding an icon and choosing icons as you want. But I always choose that represent this page. So example, weekly planner, so I choose calendar as an icon. Besides that, you can also add a cover for this page. You can add it from the Notion gallery collection or upload your own file from the link or directly search from Unsplash. Now time to make a heading section. You can easily create a heading by click slash and H1, H2 or H3. It depends on you, but for this example I'm using H3 or heading 3 and creating a heading names weekly routine, and then this week daily routine, navigation, and daily tasks. To make this heading with highlights, you can change it in color and then choose the color that you want. For the weekly routine, I make 7 columns to represent 7 days in a week. You can easily create 5 columns. First, by clicking slash 5 to choose 5 columns. Then type every column in the day, starting with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Or the next column you can enter by typing Saturday and dragging to make an extra column, and the same way as the Sunday column. Now you have a weekly routine section with 7 columns for days. Just type in your activity in a week in here. For this week, we can back to this later because we make this 3 column section for daily routine, navigation, and daily tasks first. To make a daily routine like this, you can create this by adding call out. Click slash, then call out, and you have it. AM means day and PM means night. But to make this look black and white, or if you want to change your favorite color, it can be too. Click color and just change it. Then change the icon. For AM section, I choose the sun icon, and for the PM section, I choose the moon icon. To create a checkbox like this, you can click slash to do or click like this and to make this checkbox. Add as much as you want it, and the same way to make daily text in this side. This time is to make a new database for planners. To make a new database, I always start with creating a new page. After that, you can choose which view you want to use it for, but for me, I always use the table for a new database. Once you have a table database, next you just add some properties based on what you needed. In this case, this is a simple database, so they don't need tricky properties to make it. The properties that you can add are date, the formula for the day, select for intents, status, tags, and not to write something about this planner. And okay, after that, it's time to make an option for each property. Formula day makes an automatic day once you add a date. To make this, you can type this formula, that format, choose prop date, then add DDD. Intents property is marked to divide them into different intents actions from low, medium, and high. But in my account, I made this property with an emoji icon. Then tags. I think it depends on you what kind of activity do you do for. For example, for study, for work, for a daily casual, or for a special event. And notes. Just leave it as a note that you can add for every plan. After we have all these properties, you can now change or add another view option for this database. For this page database, I add other views based on day, status, and calendar view option. To add other views, click plus here, then choose the view that you want. For make day and status view, I make that with board view. Then after you have this board view, set group by day. Now you have that view. Same way to create a status board view, but change this group by status. Add a new view again, then choose calendar. We have it, planner database with different view options. From this database, you can use it for another view but on different page. This is called a link view from the database. So you just need one database to make some view options on different pages but contain the same information as the database. Back again to the main page of the weekly planner. This time is to create this week planner. But to make this, you need the planner database that we created before. To create that, type link a view from the database, choose planner as a database, and it will come out here. You can hide this database title or not, it depends on you, but I prefer to hide it. Add a new view like we did before, but for this week, I make a filter only this week that will appear here. So I click filter based on date and choose this week. From this, you can create a new page that connects to the database like I did in my Notion. I made a planner for this month, and this page shows a summary of my monthly planner. And finally, you have a weekly planner page like I have. I use a weekly planner in my Notion to keep track of my tags and goals. I can easily add, edit, or delete items for the planner using the drag and drop feature. I can also assign different colors and icons to each item to make them more visually appealing. It helps me to stay organized and focused on what matters. I can see my progress and achievements at a glance. It also motivates me to plan ahead and prioritize my time wisely. And that's how you can use Notion to plan your week like I did. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more tips and tricks on productivity and organization. Also, don't forget to check out the link in the description for a free template of the weekly planner that I showed you today. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!